Hey guys, it's Haley, and this week on Social Misfits we're going to be doing random week, so kind of just whatever we want. And I'm going to sneeze. Sorry, I'm sick. If you can't tell, I'm real sick. So I'm just going to kind of do like all my concerts that I've gone to, and like, yeah, because I don't really know what else to talk about. So yeah, my very first concert was 3 years ago, and I saw Selena Gomez live, and I was in the front row, and her opening acts were Christina Grimmie, who I loved, and I didn't even know she was opening up for them, and so as soon as she got out, I was like in tears. That made my life. Then Emblem 3, who I hadn't really heard of, and I couldn't even understand anything, and Selena Gomez, and holy crap, it was amazing. The second concert I've ever gone to was the R5 concert, and that was last September, and I had meet and greet tickets, so I met them. There's one of the pictures right here, and yeah, there's me and my husband matching. It was pretty great, and I was kind of in the back, but you know what, that was a lot better because I could actually see instead of being in the very front where you can't really see anything at all. So that was pretty great. The third concert I've ever gone to was the All Time Low concert with Issues, State Champs, and Tonight Alive. And I'm gonna tell you this whole one because these ones are more interesting than the last ones. And you know what? I think you guys should know about my concert experiences. So it first started with, we were having really bad weather, and it was really freaking rainy and really, oh, it was so cold. So we were standing in line for like 2 hours. Oh, okay, it was like 2.5 hours. By we, I mean me, Sammy, and Sammy's sister. And so we were waiting in line, and it was just freezing. And this girl had a blanket, and I kept like hitting my leg, and I was like, yes, continue. And then we ended up getting to the very front of that. Oh my gosh, Jenna McDougal waved at Sam and I, and everyone says that, but honestly it was to us because we were the only people like waving. We were like, Jenna! She waved, and I was like, hold. And then Alex, he was standing right there, and I was like, oh my gosh, it's Alex. So I yelled his name, and he looked over and smiled, and I was like, oh. Okay. So that was probably, I love that concert, but we left a little early, which I don't really mind, but it was still amazing, and I loved it. The fourth concert I've gone to was this last Thursday, and that was Fall Out Boy, with Wiz Khalifa, Hoodie Allen, and Max Schneider. And I missed Max, Hoodie, and then I was there for the last 3 Wiz Khalifa songs, but like we were getting merch, and we were going to walk to our seats, and they're like, you guys can't go in right now, and we were like, why not? Then all of a sudden Wiz Khalifa just runs right past us, and I was like, also there was a lot of weed, a lot, but honestly it was so much fun. I wasn't on the lawn, I was like the front row of the back section, but it was so much fun, and holy crap, if you ever get the chance to go to a Fall Out Boy concert, take it, because it was so much fun. Oh my gosh, they sang all my favorite songs, it was amazing. And the last concert I went to was 2 days ago on Saturday, and that was Warped Tour. Oh my gosh, I think that was the best day of my life, to be honest. I went with Sam, my friend Emily, and her boyfriend. Emily, I think his name was Justin. They kind of went off on their own while we watched some of our bands, and we were in line to meet the YouTubers, and there was this girl named Molly there, and she was right in front of us, and we became really good friends, and she ended up just watching all our concerts with us, so that was really freaking cool. And so we met the YouTubers, and it was great. But like while we were still in line, Patty Walters from As It Is walked by, and I was like, Patty, and he like looked over and he was like, ah, and I was like, oh my gosh, oh my gosh, oh my. And then, I kid you not, Ashley Purdy from Black Veil Brides just strolls on by, and I was like, oh my gosh, And then as soon as you know it, Andy Biersack walks by, and then Andy comes back but on a bike. It was so great. It was so great. And then we met the YouTubers. I met Johnny first, and he was so sweet, and he gave me a really nice hug, and oh my gosh. And then next was Jordan, and no one really knows this about me, but I have really bad anxiety, and it comes usually at night because I'm one of those people who they get really anxious at night just hearing like a noise outside. It's like automatically someone's trying to murder you. And so what I do is I put in headphones and I watch Jordan Sweeto videos. So I told him that I watch his videos to calm down my anxiety, and he was like, oh, I'm so glad and thanks for all the support. And I was like, oh, I took a picture. And then next was Damon. I think he's the one that I talked to the most. He was like, hey, and I was like, hey, and we took a picture. And I was like, I love you, and he was like, I love you. And then he was like, what's your name? And I'm like, oh, it's Haley. He's like, nice to meet you, Haley. And then, yeah, and then we met Brian. He is so tall, and he has the skinniest legs ever. And I was so excited that I didn't really say anything except I love you. And he was like, thanks for watching my videos. And I didn't say thanks like for making them. I was just like, and then I walked away. I am so stupid. And after that, we were charging our phones because like we were in line for so long. Okay, it was like an hour and a half, so we were in line. So, and none of the bands we really liked were playing, and so we were like, well, As It Is plays in like an hour, but we'll have to sit through a band before them. And the band was named Tat. They were so good. Well, I think it was just the lead singer. She was so good. She was so pretty. She had the coolest accent ever. She was so nice. And oh my gosh. And then we were in the front for that and As It Is. And oh my gosh, I will never get over how cute Patty was. And then in the middle of As It Is, we did not want to miss Black Veil Brides. So we go from the Journey's Right Foot stage to the Shark stage, which are like right next to each other. It was so great, so great. Except we got a really bad spot, and I'm a really short person, and so I could not see anything, so I had to like put my arm up, and I was like recording, hoping that maybe I could rewatch it later and actually see something. But I know Andy was sick, and he still did amazing. Oh my gosh. And then we sat down, and we were waiting for Never Shout Never to come on, and you know, we were just kind of sitting there, and it was all great. And then we were like Christopher J just comes on stage, and he's like setting things up, so we go over there, and it was really cool. It was not like there were a lot of people there, but it was still pretty crowded, and it was really nice because like we could just kind of hang out, and like a lot of people were yelling like really stupid things at him. And I remember I was like, can you please stop being so cute, it's hurting me. And he kind of looked over and laughed, and I was like, oh my gosh. And then we stayed for Trouble, I Love You 5, Seven Nation Army, and one more that I didn't know. I'm such a fake fan. But it was really nice, and it was really calm. And I remember that Christopher was like, I want you guys to rock out with this one. And he's like, what's that jig that everyone does now? The twerk. Everybody do the twerk. Wait, no, don't do the twerk. It was so funny. And then he asked for a cigarette, and like everyone starts throwing one at him, and someone threw like a whole pack. It was great. I've never gone to a concert with that much interaction with fans, except maybe All Time Low. It was so nice. We had to leave again in the middle of Never Shout Never to go see Paris and Pierce the Veil. And this broke my heart. So I was recording, and I recorded the Divine Zero, May These Noises Startle You in Your Sleep, and Hell Above. Then we got stuck in like the mosh pit, and like Sam and I were like, okay, no, this is too much. I was like tripping over everyone. I couldn't stand up straight. So we leave, we go find my uncle, and we're just like, hey, we're just gonna hang out here and finish the set, which is 2 more songs, or 3 more songs, 2 more songs. As soon as we get over there, Vic is like, I've seen a few people leave this area really beat up. You guys need to be a lot more nice. And I was like, he could have said that earlier, dude. But it was still pretty great because like for Paris we were kind of close and everyone started moving up more and oh my gosh, we were like 6 people away from the front. Oh my gosh. And then that was kind of all we stayed for because like we didn't want to have to deal with that whole everyone leaving thing. And like there were some bands that yeah, we knew them, but we were all just so tired and it was like 7. There were only 2 more hours left and like the tents were already packing up and we're just like, you know what, let's just go. So, you know, we go home and it was pretty great, but now I have a fever. If you can't tell by my voice, I'm sick. But I got this Jordan Sweeto shirt and a Pierce the Veil necklace, and then I got this You Twerk We Mosh bracelet, and I also got Paris sunglasses. But of course, I had to lose them in the Pierce the Veil mosh pit, but it was worth it. It was really nice. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed listening to these. If you ever get the chance to go to any of the concerts I mentioned, you should take them, especially All Time Low. They're so hilarious. Or Fall Out Boy. Warped Tour, if you do go, drink a lot of water. Sometimes I can pass off not drinking a lot of water and just go off with like 2 water bottles and be like, you know what, I'm fine. No. I drink like 5 water bottles and I'm already sick. Water is like the most important thing ever. You get free water until like 6:30, I thought it was. Drink water. That's all I can tell you. Yeah, again, I really hope you enjoyed this really little video. I'm not up for doing something, just talking, and my legs already hurt standing. And so, yeah, I will see you next Monday on Social Misfits. Also, sorry for not posting a lot. Again, I've been really sick or really busy, and yeah, but, oh, look at that button. Yeah, I love you guys so much, and I will see you next Monday.